La Constitution de 1812 Bridge. The Constitution of 1812 Bridge, also known as La Pepa Bridge, El Puente de la Constitución de 1812, or Puente de la Pepa in Spanish, is a new bridge across the Bay of Cadiz, linking Cadiz with Puerto Real in mainland Spain. Cadiz's first bridge, the Carranza Bridge, was inaugurated in 1969 and is now crossed by some 40,000 vehicles per day. In 1982, the Spanish government accepted the need for a second bridge. It has two 180-m pylons, one in the sea and the other in Cabezuelas Harbour, a 540-metre span and 69 metres of vertical clearance. The bridge also includes a 150-metre removal span. It is the second bridge that crosses over to Cadiz from the mainland after Carranza Bridge, and one of the highest bridges in Europe, with a gauge of 69 meters and a total length of 5 kilometers. It is the third access to the city, along with the isthmus San Fernando and the Carranza Bridge. Given the large width of the deck, it will be a high-capacity bridge, a motorway with 2 lanes in each direction and 2 lanes reserved for metropolitan public transports such as the Cádiz Bay tram-train. The bill was drafted by the civil engineer Javier Mantarola. The works were scheduled for completion in 2012, coinciding with the bicentenary of the Spanish Constitution of 1812, which was drafted in Cadiz. However, due to cuts in public works resulting from the economic crisis at the time, the work was more than 3 years late. By summer 2013, work had progressed, but at a slower pace. As of early 2014, work progressed at a good pace, highlighting the installation of its cable-stayed span and the hiring of more daily staff, including night shift. As of the first half of 2015, the bridge structure was completed, with full completion in September of the same year. As data highlights, the earlier draft described an arch bridge whose total length. The total length of the current project, viaducts and links, is 5 kilometers, 3,096 meters on the bridge, of which 1,655 meters will be over the sea, with a main span of 540 meters, record of Spain. Besides, the vein is the third largest in Europe's suspended class, after Rio Antirio Bridge and Normandy Bridge. The maximum height above the sea level is 69 meters, with 2 pylons of 187 meters, making it one of the tallest bridges in Europe. They are 30 meters higher than the pylons between both sides of the bay. The bridge connects the San Pedro River district in Puerto Real with the neighborhood of La Paz in Cadiz. The construction project. The proposed construction of a new access to the city of Cadiz by way of a bridge over the bay has its origins in the Order of Highways Studies in April 2003, which in turn took into account various studies dating back to 1989. The aim of the project was to resolve the traffic congestion problems suffered by the access to Cadiz from Puerto Real Bridge José León de Carranza and C. Aminis 33. The draft included studies for 3 riders that link the N-443 in the San Pedro Bay crossing access into Cadiz. A northern zone Cabezuela straight through Bay Area, reaching the shipyard in Cadiz, past the northern edge of Spring Cabezuela. B. The Limit Shipyard's factory in Matagorda, and after passing through the southern end of Spring Cabezuela, describes an arc in the bay to reach the area, also shipyards in Cadiz, thus saving the channel navigation in order to reduce the junction depth. C. Continued on the trace of the N-443, and when one reaches the edge of the bay, on the southern edge of Astilleros de Matagorda, crosses S for describing a road connecting with the city in the props area, connecting with the new diagonal avenue and bay. In all 3 cases, a cross-section separated by 2 lanes, shoulders and median lanes, are envisioned. Regarding the crossing structure bay, the 3 paths are designed in submerged tunnel. Moreover, in the alternative solution, fixed bridge large gauge was studied because it was the only one whose configuration permitted naturally across a single alignment channel surfing and having a path straight, admitting great light openings for the passage of ships. Similarly, 3 alternatives were studied: bridge archery, cable stayed in suspension. The alternative structure bridge for crossing the bay was selected as the best solution for urban traffic on both banks of the bay, the lowest investment also considered, that nicely integrates both urban planning and landscape. Of the different types of bridge studied, the braced was selected as the lowest cost and the simplest structural concept. Execution of the work. Its construction has been contracted to the joint venture UT formed by Dragautos and Drace Special and Dragautos Construccions. The project has a budget of €273 million, and their duration is estimated at 42 months. Workers are 500 direct employment in times of maximum intensity. Description. It is a highway whose speed adopted in the project as permitted approval of the draft has been set at 80 km/h, justified based on the urban nature of the performance. The bridge has a total length of 4,580 meters, with the following lights in the sea. Access to Cadiz 25 meters, x 7 meters, 75 meters. Stretch detachable, 150 meters. Access Puerto Real, 850 meters. The suspension bridge is the highest stretch with maximum longitudinal slope of 5%. On land, the bridge is built on the industrial area of La Cabezuela, releasing the existing road condition. It has 3 lanes in each direction for vehicular traffic, with central median 0.8 meters with a rigid barrier, and side sidewalks with net width of 1.30 meters. The total width of the bridge is 30.5 meters except where the bracing section expands 32.5 meters to accommodate suspension struts. Dredging. The layer of quaternary materials is dredged so that sidewalks, foundation of pile caps settled to the firm layer of Pliocene and poured into the high seas. Bridge pylons. Of the 39 support 37 batteries plus 2 stirrups, 12 are in the sea, all by-in-sight piles 2 meters in diameter, with embedding in the Pliocene. Stirrup Cádiz. The bridge begins in a vial, with the preferred direction to and from the new bridge, a roundabout in the capital, maintaining connections and access to it on the surface. Cádiz access. Its length is 581.2 meters with a mixed structure and topped with concrete ribbed floor slabs. The vane guy is 75 meters above the batteries, which are supported by pylons. The pylons are 30 meters deep with 4 pylons. Battery sections are formed by a double gap with widths ranging from 4.0 to 2.9 trapezius meters, depending on the height, and between 32.79 meters and 7,804 meters. At the top of this stack, it widens a reach of 10.5 meters, which is to gather support with neoprene Teflon, 2,700 tons payload, except for the battery one will be 2,500 tons. References ==